Ahoy!
Oh, he's gone a bit conservative. Why have you gone conservative?
Because I thought I was a bit OTT last week.
It's going to be really difficult to edit in the theme music.
Do you want me to do it again?
No.
I'm just trying to keep you on your toes a little bit. It felt a bit formal, actually.
Do it again now if you want.
Ahoy!
There we go. Double ahoys in this episode of The Wave. This is The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick.
And this is where we talk about Netflix and shit.
It's the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast.
You do that much better than me. I just say this is where we talk about Netflix and shit. And you go into that. It's great. How's life, Nick?
Yeah, I'm okay.
We just had a little trip down memory lane before we started recording.
Yeah,
That was nice.
You or someone in your family has been having to clear out, clearly.
Yeah, my mum's found a load of old photos.
Because they're actual photos from an old camera.
Yeah. They span from late 1999 to about 2004, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's some crazy memories in there. We look a lot younger.
But not as good looking.
Absolutely. We've both got better with age. That's for definite.
Fine wine. Yeah. The finest wine. Yeah, I mean, we could have started recording this about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
but
we got distracted. Oh, well.
If I go quiet, I might have picked another
It's the only time we
up.
get to see each other these days.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I've got a new floor in my kitchen.
I saw.
What did you think?
Yeah, nice.
Looks good, didn't it?
Felt nice under my socks.
Quite proud of it. Quite proud of a bit more DIY. I love a bit of DIY.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm all good. I've had a bit of a shit week at work. But
Well, don't worry about that because you've got a couple of hours chatting to me.
I've got a COVID outbreak going on.
Have you?
How like nostalgic is that?
That's very
It's
retro.
old school. We've got much bigger things going on in the world now, but we have to go retro.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's great.
The world. Shit. Wow.
Yeah, let's not talk about the world. Let's just stick with Netflix.
I've completely forgotten what I was going to bring up.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was going to say that we had a watch-along
Of course, yeah.
last weekend.
That's Sunday night.
Yeah. I think it was my favourite one yet.
Yeah, I agree. I think we had a lot of laughs in that film.
Yes.
I don't know anything I don't remember watching anything of the film. We just literally just talked all the way through it.
We watched the third and final in the Left Behind trilogy.
Yes.
Where can you even start with this movie, man?
I've no idea. I've literally got no idea.
The president went invisible at one point.
Yeah,
for no reason other than the power of God.
God made him invisible because he needed to get past some guards for the story.
Yeah.
So God can just do that. It's handy when you've got that in your pocket.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You need to fill in some story holes. Just use God.
But it was really confusing because there was absolutely no special effects used.
No, he just wasn't there. It was just when that lift door opened and then just closed again.
Yeah.
The guards were like, "Why has that just happened?"
Man, I had a great time.
I did as well. It was a
Thank
really
you for
good
everyone
laugh.
who came.
Yeah, thanks
It
for
was
everyone
really
who came.
funny.
If you want to join the Discord, please come and join us. We're going to do a lot more of them.
Yeah.
I think it might become a lot.
You
more
need to be in the
regular
Discord
occurrence.
to take part because that's where we
we
kind of
kinda
do them all through.
Do a call. We do a call and then do an Amazon watch along. I figured out a way to do a Netflix one now as well, so we can do some Netflixing.
We have said to everyone in the Discord we're open to suggestions for our next watch.
Yeah, give us if you know any really bad films that are quite entertaining.
I'm hoping for a bad film that's maybe a bit better than the Left Behind series. But we'll see.
We did some research on that whole franchise, and it's ridiculous how much stuff's out there.
Yeah,
there's 17 novels, 40 children novels.
Yeah,
which apparently are the same story, just the characters are kids instead of adults. And there's computer games.
Yeah.
There's all sorts going on in that whole trilogy.
Religion's big business, man.
It is. Bad religion.
The Hollywood remake.
Yeah, which we did on the show, which is what started it all. Yeah. Nicolas Cage started it all. So yeah, we can finally leave Left Behind.
Yes.
I didn't even mean to do that, but it worked. Yeah, so if you've got any suggestions of what else we can watch on our next watch along, Sunday night seemed to be a good time to do them.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a
good distraction.
Fun last thing before
life starts
again. The week starts.
So yeah, if you want to come and join us in the Discord, I'll put the link in the show notes. And if you want to suggest a film that we should watch with our people, we haven't got a name for our fans. We need to come up with one. You can't really call them bottomers. That doesn't sound right, does it?
No, that's a bit niche.
Maybe robots.
Right.
They can be the robots because it's rowboats.
Boaters.
It's like a double pun. It's bots and robots. Yes, they're robots.
Okay, fine. If it makes you happy, I'm happy.
Just being here is making me happy.
Good. Yeah. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Do it.
Done.
Should we do some Netflix news?
Let's do some Netflix news. Shall we start with some historical drama.
Why not? It's a good place to start as any.
How do you feel about Vikings?
I've never watched Vikings.
No, me neither. Well, Netflix have is it last week, the week before, released Vikings Valhalla?
Yes, a couple of weeks ago now.
Which is a sequel to the original Viking series.
Yeah.
It is riding high in the charts.
Yes.
They're so happy with it, they've already renewed it.
Oh, okay.
For 2 more seasons.
2 more seasons?
It's got a double renewal. We probably should watch it at some point because Alexander Skarsgård's in it.
Oh, yeah, he's in the Captain's Gallery. He kind of has to be watched.
I'm the same. I've never watched any.
Because it's a sequel to the old Viking show, isn't it? That used to be on the History Channel.
Yeah,
maybe?
but which I don't think is that long ended.
No, I don't either, but I've never
But I
watched
think
that.
it ran for quite some time.
My brother was well into that, so I don't know if he's watching Valhalla. Maybe.
Whether obviously it might be different depending on the territory, but whether that eventually winds its way onto Netflix.
Probably, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's doing great numbers, especially in the States. So
we're getting another 2 seasons of it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Your Viking horn will overflow. They drank out of horns, didn't they?
Oh, okay. I wondered where you were going with that. It will indeed.
Double news.
Double news?
In this next story.
Okay.
Coming to Netflix, I believe next month, or it might be May. We'll find out.
Okay.
Is a new sci-fi series aimed at a younger audience, sort of young adult.
Yeah.
It's called The Last Bus.
I feel like we've mentioned this before.
We have, and do you know why?
Yes, I think I do.
So it's a 10-part series.
Yeah.
Someone we are a big fan of directed episode 5.
He's only done 1 episode, has he? I knew. As soon as I saw the name of the show, I was like, yeah, that's Drew Casson's baby.
It is. He's directed at least one of the episodes. The Last Bus stars Robert Sheehan.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much playing a slightly cocky Irish dude. But he's good at it.
He is really good at it. There's probably nobody better at it.
Basically, it's a an end of the world type situation, which the main characters survive by escaping to their school bus. Along the way, they have to face a load of challenges. The trailer's out now. If you want to check it out, there's like a huge junk monster transformer thing that they have to run away from. It looks pretty cool. 1st of April. There you go. Really soon.
It does look quite cool. It's like a teen sci-fi drama type thing.
Yeah, I don't want to say Britain tries to do Stranger Things,
but
I think from the trailer, it looks like it skews a little bit younger than Stranger Things.
Okay, cool.
We'll see.
Is he like the bad Robert Sheehan, like the bad guy then?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. I've got good feeling about that.
He's always hammy, but kind of in a good way.
Yeah, he was great in Misfits.
Yeah.
Back in the day. That's kind of what launched him, wasn't it?
Out by the time you listen to this episode.
Okay.
Is Ryan Reynolds' latest Netflix movie, The Adam Project.
Oh, is that out this weekend, is it?
Yes.
I didn't realise that.
I thought it was really interesting because Netflix have confirmed for the 2nd Ryan Reynolds film in a row.
Yeah.
And you might come on to the fact that you don't always have dubs and subtitles for some of the movies we watch.
Yes.
The Adam Project will have Welsh subtitles.
Oh,
as an
again.
option.
He's well into Wales, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean this seems quite a. Am I being cynical here? I want to believe this is not as shallow as it seems, but basically Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney part own Wrexham Football Club.
Yeah.
Who are based in Wales. They're obviously trying to work their way up the football league. Since they've done that, this movie and previously Red Notice, Ryan Reynolds has made a deal with Netflix, and there's Welsh subtitles for both of these movies.
Nice.
Is it weird? I think there's no harm. It's a canny commercial.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, does it? I don't know.
I guess
It'd be interesting if they ever released any figures on how many people use them, but because I don't think there's many Welsh people who would need them. It's not that there's anybody who only speaks Welsh and doesn't speak any English, is there?
Is it wrong of me to say if there is, they've probably not got Netflix?
Yeah, there's also that. But I suppose it's good. It's a good thing. Isn't it a dead language though? Do they not?
I don't know.
I don't know
anyone who speaks it.
I don't know. I don't think when new things get invented, I don't think it gets translated into Welsh anymore.
Okay.
I think I've read that before. I might be wrong, but if I'm wrong, let me know.
Okay.
So it'd be interesting, like, because that's like a sci-fi type film.
It is, yeah.
A lot of the words might not even exist in Welsh. Who knows?
Let's move on before.
Yeah, I don't want to offend
get
the Welsh.
get in
They're some
trouble.
of my favourite people.
I like the Welsh.
Me too.
Big news.
Oh, this is big.
Kind of forgot about this show.
Me too.
But do you remember how great the first season of Russian Doll was?
Yeah, I do. It was really great.
Over 3 years old.
Yeah, I can imagine. It feels like longer than that.
And we kind of knew a season 2 was happening. Now, Netflix have snuck out this week the announcement that season 2 will drop on Wednesday, April the 20th.
Oh, so it's not only happening, it's happened and it's now almost ready to go.
I kind of was surprised when I was, found out it was 3 years since season 1.
Yeah. I remember talking about it right when we started this show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it will be. I might have to watch it again because I have no memory of it, really. I remember it was like a time loop thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I might go back and do it as well because I think they're only quite quick episodes.
Yeah, I remember it really, really quick.
I remember really enjoying it, but kind of thinking it was quite self-contained and
done. Yeah,
and I think that's always the risk with this sort of thing, isn't it?
Okay,
we'll see. I had a great time with the first season, and
I guess the thing is,
I've got all the time in the world for Natasha Lyonne.
Oh yeah, 100%. I suppose with this pandemic, it's really pushed shows back, hasn't it? And you've not been able to release and make everything that you'd want to release. Like Stranger Things as well is like that's going to be 3 years by the time it comes out, almost.
Yeah, although I think that we said the other week, a lot of the Stranger Things was the post production.
Yeah.
Because most of it was in the can. Okay, I mean it's got a lot to live up to.
Yeah, it really has. I did not even know that was coming, so that's interesting that that's going to appear.
There is a trailer, but there's not much to it. It is more of, I would just say, a teaser.
Right. Okay. That's interesting though. I might go and watch season 1 again.
But a full trailer is probably not far behind.
Definitely not.
Do you like 80s hair rock metal?
Yes.
Do you like Def Leppard?
Do I know any Def Leppard songs?
Let's Get Rocked?
It's not ringing a bell. Probably do. It's one of those names where I know the band name, but I can't really tell you anything they've ever
Pour
done.
Some Sugar on Me. Was that Def Leppard?
Was that Def Leppard?
Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Okay. Are they the ones with the drummer who's only got one arm?
Correct.
Okay.
They're always going to be in a Netflix movie.
Okay.
Which is Netflix's adaptation of The Bank of Dave.
What's that?
It was a book about a guy called Dave who set up his own bank, basically.
Okay.
It was also a Channel 4 show, but they went the documentary route.
Right.
Netflix have dramatised it.
Okay.
It's being filmed in Burnley.
Burnley?
Phoebe Dynevor, isn't it? Who's obviously a big Netflix star from Bridgerton.
Yep.
Dave is being played by Rory Kinnear.
Okay. He's always great.
And it basically, follows this guy who found his fortune selling vans, minibuses, and then opened his own bank.
Why not?
And became quite a rich boy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Did it end well for him?
I do not know. I don't want to ruin the end of the movie. So.
That's definitely.
And I never watched the Channel 4 show.
No, not me. So. But that's definitely a film you'll be watching.
Do you think?
Yeah. That seems like a you thing.
Maybe. Do you know what I won't be watching?
What?
And neither will anyone else.
What's that?
That is the 7th season of Nailed It.
How come?
Because it's been shut down and Netflix have confirmed they're not returning production to finish the season.
Why? Nailed It's quite a big show for Netflix.
Because everyone's gone on strike.
Oh, okay. Money thing.
Production on Nailed It Halloween, which was going to act as the 7th season of the show, has been halted due to a union strike. And Netflix has opted to cancel the program rather than go into further negotiation.
Wow. So they basically called their bluff.
Yes.
Wow.
Filming was interrupted last week when various crew members elected to walk off the set whilst they were recording the 5th episode, as they were hoping to secure a union contract with the production company behind Nailed It. Negotiations have been going on for some time, but they were unable to reach an agreement, and Netflix has elected to cancel the rest of the season.
That's pretty worrying when you think about it, really, that Netflix are now at a stage where they're so big that even for a big show like Nailed It,
yeah,
it's on their terms or nobody's. They're prepared to cancel a show.
Yeah.
there's no reason why they wouldn't just pull out of a film, for instance, or anything. As long as it's on their, if you're not on their terms, it doesn't matter to them whether you do it or not.
Sure.
There's nothing that's too big for Netflix now.
It is believed that Netflix may air the 4 completed episodes, but they ain't doing no more.
Wow. Why would you air the 4? Isn't it like a competition show?
No, I think isn't it different people every week?
Oh, is it? I
think
know.
so. I've only seen a few.
I thought it was a bit like the Bake Off style.
I could be wrong though.
I might be wrong.
You might be.
I am more often than you are, so
I'll take it. I'm not sure what you're basing it on, but I'll take it.
you seem to catch me out in being wrong more than I catch you out in it. That's what I'm basing it on.
Final bit of Netflix news.
Yep.
I think. Before we move on to some other news. In the UK and Ireland, Netflix is raising its prices again.
Yeah, a bit annoying.
Second time in less than 18 months.
Yep.
I mean, what are you going to do? Keep your house warm or watch Netflix?
It's going to get to
Sit
that
really
point.
close to the TV and hope it warms you up a bit.
It's crazy, but the way things are going, it's going to get to that point.
14 million UK subscribers, 600,000 in Ireland. Are the latest numbers.
It's going up by £1 a month, pretty much every level except for the top level, which is £2.
£2 a month.
Not good.
So if you're going top level, it's £15.99. It will be.
I feel like just don't make a film every week.
do less stuff with Ryan Reynolds.
Make 2 less films a year, and you don't have to do that, do you? 14 million subscribers. So the most money they're actually going to get is an extra, well, it's £28 million a month, isn't it?
Just from
raising
the
prices.
UK. They already raised the prices in the States in January, I think it was.
Yeah. When will it stop, Nick?
It's very interesting that is the route Netflix are taking, because if we open our Disney Plus app, you will soon have the option to pay less and have Disney Plus with adverts.
Okay.
So we've got 2 very different
that's
approaches
interesting,
going
isn't it?
here. So Disney Plus is also raising the prices slightly for their ad-free version, but later this year in the States and the start of 2023 elsewhere, they will have an option to have an advertisement included version, which will be cheaper.
How much cheaper?
There's no price plan yet announced.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't know if
I always find I tend to watch mostly via a Fire Stick.
Yeah.
And Disney's not. It doesn't perform as well as Netflix does on a Fire Stick, and having ads would really annoy me. I find Disney doesn't search as well. It doesn't fast forward or skip back as well.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd agree with that. I wonder if they could do it like YouTube do, where it's like a couple at the beginning that you could skip after a certain time, and
because you wouldn't want it like you
don't want it in the middle of the show. It's got to be at the beginning.
Like in a YouTube video where just as the denouement is about to happen, and then they put an advert in. Yeah, they're not going to do that. As I don't know, the big twist is coming at the end of
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's an interesting of the two.
Yeah,
two
one's gone one
approaches.
way and one's gone the other. That is interesting.
Disney's target is to reach between 230 and 260 million subscribers worldwide by the end of 2024.
Right. Okay.
And it's I say only it's about halfway there currently.
Right. So that's more than what Netflix have got now. Netflix were like 200 million or something last time we checked.
Yes.
So Disney are targeting more than Netflix.
Yes.
Interesting.
By the end of the next 2 years.
It'd be interesting to see which model works.
Yeah.
Which one gets them there.
And how long that lasts if that's what they're going with.
Yeah.
It's good to have options.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you can afford them, go for it.
Would you be excited if I told you there's a new Batman?
Another one?
Now, I know literally a new Batman film only came out last week.
I've still not decided if I'm going to go and see it. I'm hearing really good things now.
I've heard Arpats is great. The Batman is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
An awesome crime movie.
I just don't want to sit in a cinema for 3 hours.
I also don't, despite having heard all that over the last week, I still don't feel the urge to carve out time to see it at the cinema.
I'm having the same issue, and I love going to the cinema. You know me.
Yeah.
But I'm having the same, I'm not sure if I want to go or not. And so that's got to say something, because I literally go to anything. Well, what do you mean another one? We can't have another one.
There is a new Batman. And
okay. Who is it this time?
It's only Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. What's this? What are we talking about?
He is voicing Batman in DC's League of Super Pets.
Oh, is this the one with the dogs?
Yeah, forthcoming animated movie.
I think we
Warner
briefly
Brothers.
mentioned it before, haven't we?
Ace, the Bat Dog,
Yep.
is voiced by Kevin Hart.
Because everything is. Why not?
The Superman dog
Yeah.
is called Crypto.
Yep.
Voiced by Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart working together? Surely not.
Superman's voiced by John Krasinski.
That's good.
And Lex Luthor's voiced by Mark Maron.
Okay.
Also lending their voices to this movie, Natasha Lyonne, Vanessa Bayer, Diego Luna, Kate McKinnon, Thomas Middleditch, and Ben Schwartz.
Middleditch and Schwartz. Interesting.
The movie is due out on the 20th of May. There is a trailer available now. Keanu Reeves as Batman.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. I like it.
I nearly bought a t-shirt the other day.
Mm.
Which came up on some social media feed. I don't even know which one. And it's just a white t-shirt and someone's like hand-drawn Keanu Reeves' face. And it just says Keanu Reeves Appreciation Society.
Oh, why did you not buy that? You should definitely have brought that.
Maybe I still will if I can find it.
You definitely should. That sounds like a great t-shirt. We're nearly there with news.
Last bit of news.
Yep.
Let's go to our friend of the show, we wish. Florence Pugh.
Flopo.
Yeah, sure. She's got a bit of a decision to make if rumours are to be believed.
Okay.
She's been offered a big role in Dune 2.
Dune 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Princess Irulan.
Okay.
She's considering whether to do this or, because they believe scheduling may be an issue,
Right.
she's also up for the role of Madonna in a biopic.
Oh, really?
If you had to go for one, what do you reckon? What are you doing?
I'd-
Are you going to like the sand planet, or are you putting some cones on your chest and
It's a difficult one. If it was me,
then we'd be in a
then
weird,
we'd be in a weird world.
situation.
She's got the decision of
I think she could.
she could be
She
Madonna.
could do a great Madonna.
Agreed. I'd rather see her do that than be in Dune 2, but I really hated Dune.
I want to know if Madonna's going to be involved in the Madonna movie. That would be my concern.
Yeah, that's also true. She'd make a good Madonna.
Yeah, she's up for everything.
isn't-
Flopo.
She isn't necessarily needed in Dune 2, I don't think.
Absolutely. Yeah.
She's-
Flavor of the month. I don't mean that as an insult. I think
No,
she's
definitely.
great.
She's
I
great.
think-
She deserves to be everywhere.
Yeah.
I'd rather see her do some actual acting as Madonna than just watch Timothée Chalamet look into the camera a little bit. That's all he did in the first one. As much as I love that guy to death, Dune was awful.
I will get to see it. I think I'm pretty sure I'll quite like it.
Yeah, 100% you will. 100% you will. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Has it not appeared anywhere yet? It feels like it's been
I've
out-
not been looking, but I don't.
It feels like it's been out for ages. I feel like it should have appeared somewhere by now.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes peeled and see where Flopo
Ends up.
goes.
Flopo go. We love Flopo on this show
Just because we like saying Flopo.
because we like saying Flopo. Are we the? Did we come up with that, or is that?
I
a thing?
don't think we can claim.
Can we claim it?
Yeah, fine.
We claim up with it.
Yeah.
Is that all your news done?
That's all the news.
That's
for
a
the
good
week.
stash of news. I'm impressed. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've watched a couple more episodes of Guardians of Justice.
Me too. I've done 4,
Okay,
maybe 5.
I think I've only done 3, so I think you've
I've
gone
overtook
past
you
me.
somehow.
What do you reckon?
It's
Weird, isn't it?
It's very weird. It feels to me like somebody's made it in the 80s, dug it up, and redone it, and then it's now a show.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so out of time. It just doesn't feel like
This is
a
basically the Justice League on a budget.
yeah.
Who are now
complete
available on
rip-off show.
Netflix.
It's really interesting. It's really good, but
It's good and it's full of terrible actors.
yeah, awful.
But
all of them.
they're good.
Yeah, but
It works.
It
somehow.
works because the show doesn't need. I mean, Diamond Dallas Page is horrendous, but it kind of works because it feels dated. He's
Yeah.
making it feel dated with his acting style. The animation's great because it's not even the same style of animation and all the way through.
No, I love the fact that basically what this show does is anytime a big budget scene is needed, it just cuts to animation.
Yeah,
But sometimes it's like an anime style. Sometimes it's hand drawn, computer generated.
Yeah.
It's even like Power Rangery, isn't it?
yeah,
at times?
pixel art sometimes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like an assault on the senses as you're watching it.
Yes.
Because you can't keep up with the story because everything's changing so much all the time. But I'd highly recommend it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, Diamond Dallas Page is horrendous. When he shouts, I'm like, whoa, that's awful.
That's like wrestling promo mode, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what he's in.
It's not
He's
acting. It's just
he's
shout
being
louder.
he's being a wrestler. He even does a diamond cutter in the second episode.
Yeah.
He does his
Yes, I
finishing
did.
move.
Yes, I did see that.
And then another wrestler turns up halfway through. He just gets killed in one episode.
Right.
Yeah, it's mad. It's great. It's absolute carnage, is how I'd describe it.
Yeah,
That'd
it
be
is
my
carnage.
one-word review of
It is chaos.
It's carnage.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I watched all of that. Well, not all of that, but some of that. I finished Inventing Anna.
Oh yes.
That's really, really good.
Okay.
The finale is incredible.
Cool.
It's really, really good how it all comes together. People are really struggling with her accent,
Right.
and it's putting other people off watching it, and it shouldn't, because it is weird, but it's not. I wouldn't say it was jarring.
Okay.
It's just an unusual voice. I mean, get past it, and you're going to really enjoy the show. The supporting cast are incredible in it.
Excellent.
The guy who plays a lawyer in the finale does some of the best acting I've seen in a long time.
Nice. I'm
So-
definitely going to get to it. Just not quite.
You should get to it.
Done that yet.
And then I've also started The Worst Roommate Ever.
I've heard a bit
Have
about
you heard
this.
of this?
Yeah.
It's Netflix's new true crime documentary series.
Yeah.
It's about bad roommates, obviously, hence the name. There's 5 episodes telling 4 stories.
Okay.
So there's the first 3 are a story each, and then the finale's 2 episodes. So I've not done that one yet. I've not done the finale one. But the first one, man, is ridiculous. It basically tells the story of this little old lady who takes in homeless people
Yeah.
into her boarding house
Yeah.
and gives them somewhere to live in exchange for their social security checks.
Okay.
So they don't have to pay any rent. She just becomes the payee of their social security check. And then she fucking murders them.
Fuck. Really?
Yeah, and buries them in the back garden. And it turns out this little old lady who's in her 70s isn't. She's 50. She's just making herself up to look older.
Wow.
And this bloke, right, he's 6'4", 200 pounds if he's a day.
Yeah.
He's got learning difficulties. He's massive. She murders him and buries him in the back garden.
Wow.
How she lifted him, because she is a tiny little dot of a woman, even though she's playing older than she is.
Yeah, that's
and
insane.
the story of how they found the bodies in the back, I think they found 13 bodies buried in her back garden.
Yeah.
And the story of how they found them and how she was like, she still to this day completely denies it. It's a mad story. The second one's great as well. The third one wasn't so good. But yeah, I'd highly recommend it.
That sounds incredible.
If you're into true crime documentaries, which just lately I seem to be, I don't know why, I just really enjoy watching them on Netflix. I really like the Netflix style of documentary.
Yeah.
They're all done the same. And I really like how it just kind of flows together and they're all like talking heads. But yeah, if you're not going to watch all of them, just watch that first one.
That sounds
'Cause it's
incredible.
a crazy story. It's not even it's in Sacramento in California. It's not even like it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's in the capital of California. It's mad. Great. I'd highly recommend it.
Excellent. I'll take that.
I'll have done the finale by next week, so I'll let
have
you
a
know
look
what
at
that's like.
The only other thing I've watched is a movie. I watched The King's Man.
Oh yeah, I watched
Disney
that
Plus
a few weeks ago, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think?
I think I enjoyed it. It's very different, especially to the second Kingsman.
Yes, completely different.
It's a lot straighter, isn't it?
Yes, that was my issue with it.
That doesn't make it bad,
No,
but it's if you're signing up expecting more of the same from the first two,
It's not
you're
what
not
you get.
getting that.
it's almost like you've built this franchise up and given people the expectation of what it should be, and then don't do that for the third film in the franchise.
It's not as light-hearted.
No, it really isn't. It's like a normal drama.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of comedy in there. It's not as. I mean, the second one's got people with heads exploding all over the place.
Yeah, Elton John.
And Elton John and Samuel L. Jackson, and this one just hasn't got that. It's still a great story, but it didn't feel like a Kingsman film.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't like how early they killed off the bad guy as well.
There's a few twists and turns in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I'm not saying it's bad. It's different.
It's different. It's just not the same as the other two.
It may actually end up aging better.
Possibly.
Possibly. But it is not more of the same.
It depends where they go with the franchise from now, if they go anywhere with it. Because it will stand out like a sore thumb against those other two.
Yes.
Completely. Anything else? Have you watched anything else?
I think that's it.
I think that's all I've watched as well. I can't think of anything else. I know I was looking for a film the other night and eventually gave up because I couldn't find anything. That's when I started watching The Worst Roommate.
3 hours later.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we have watched one more thing.
Oh, of course.
We need to extend our rods.
Yes.
Extend your rod to me, Nick.
Here you go.
As we go into Spectros episode 3.
Okay.
thoughts?
I'm going to start on a positive.
Okay.
Some of it I quite liked.
Out of the 3 episodes so far, it was the best one.
Yeah.
However,
The problem is, I didn't like any of the bits with any of the main characters.
exactly right.
The stuff that explained sort of the now old Japanese lady who was the girl from the prologue.
Yeah.
And her being pursued through the ages by this evil guy who turned out to be the burning body that our main characters ran over in episode 1.
Yeah.
I quite like that stuff.
Agreed. I did as well.
I also I didn't mind the stuff with the young kid as
Agreed.
he was explaining it to the police officer.
That bit really made me laugh because he was like, they brought this young kid in to threaten his brother and to try and make him talk.
Yeah.
And then the police officer was actually being quite nice to him in the room because he had no issue with him. And then the kid's like, well, I've got a theory.
Yeah.
And the policeman just went, okay.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the episode, this little kid who's like, what, 8,
Yeah.
9, is explaining this theory to the police.
Yeah, and he's right.
And he's completely right.
He takes down like the policeman's, what do you call it, the mood board.
Mood board, yeah.
Rearranges it, and he's like, yeah, there's ghosts all around here.
Yeah,
I take
there's
pictures
ghosts
of them all
everywhere.
the time,
Yeah.
but they never come out properly.
Yeah.
And I liked that bit.
I really liked that bit.
So there was some...
I didn't like how much Coke he gave to the kid. There was like, he went through like 18 cans of Coke in that episode.
We'll talk more about Coca-Cola on Thursday.
Yes, we
when
will.
we talk about this week's movie.
But basically sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but so there were a few shoots of promise.
Yes, I agree. But the
But
4 main characters are horrendous.
the young adults / teens knocking around the city.
Yeah.
Nah, there's nothing there for me.
No, I agree. I completely agree. But it was slightly better than the last 2.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think we give it one more
Needs
try?
more ghosts.
It does need more ghosts, definitely.
It's called Spectros.
There's been no ghosts in it.
Where's my Spectros?
We find out what the doll's all about as well.
Yeah.
So that's got the ashes of somebody inside it that they're trying to protect.
They're like sacred, but they've been taken out, haven't they, by the police?
Yeah, the police have
tested
got them
for
now.
drugs.
Yeah, the police have got them now, thinking they're drugs.
Yeah.
So the rest of the show now is going to be this protector trying to get the ashes back.
Yeah.
Though I don't think those kids are ever leaving that police station.
No.
I think that's where the finale.
Because the whole thing has been they're still held in a police station, and it flashes back to them meeting the night before. This night feels like it's gone on for about a week.
The flashes between timelines are really confusing.
Yeah.
Because they're all still wearing the same clothes. Because the two timelines are a day apart.
Confusing.
And it is confusing about where you are in the story at which point. Are we sticking with it? Are we going to give it one more go? We give it another episode means it was slightly better this week?
I think it's close. I think it maybe just done enough to have a stay of execution.
I was convinced we would give up on it this week.
Yeah.
And considering we stuck with the island all the way through. But the island was bad, but it was entertaining.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to see how awful that got and where it was going.
Entertainingly bad, whereas this is just boring.
Yeah.
For huge, great big chunks of it.
It is. Or it has been so far.
Okay, we'll do one more next week then, and we'll see how we get on with it. And then we'll take it week by week. How many is there? I think we say 9? 7. So if we get through next week, we're over halfway.
We're on the
We're on the downward hill. So, okay, let's do episode 4 then.
Okay.
And we'll decide week on week whether we stick with it. But it's going to get to the point where we're like, I'm not giving up on it a week before the finale. Because that'd be stupid.
Oh, I'd love to do that. One left. Yeah, I'm out.
Just leave it on the cliffhanger. Forget it. Cool. Okay. Done. Rod's sufficiently extended. Shall we go through the top 10 briefly?
Let's have a look at the top 10.
I think it's significantly changed.
We can have a couple of minutes on the movie for that's coming up on Thursday.
Sounds good to me. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new entries in the movie top 10 this week.
Oh, nice.
So it's all changed up at the top of Netflix. So currently at number 10 is randomly Battleship.
Okay, I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
That's Rihanna, isn't it?
Yeah, Rihanna. Isn't it supposed to be horrendous? I think it's supposed to be really bad.
Yeah.
Watched for 6.71 million hours this week. Number 9 in the charts currently is Despicable Me 2.
It's hanging around.
Charted for 5 consecutive weeks now. Just Like Heaven is at number 8.
Okay.
Any ideas?
I think it's a rom-com.
Looks like a rom-com.
Might be Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon and Mark Ruffalo.
Lovely.
7.16 million hours viewed this week. Shrek randomly is at number 7.
There's a Shrek in the charts.
There's a Shrek in the charts. The original. Is it new? Or is it just...
Yeah.
It's first week in the
presume
charts.
so.
Is it new to Netflix?
Presume so.
Don't know. 7.78 million hours viewed. Number 6 is The Tinder Swindler.
Yeah.
Again, 5th week in a row that's been there, now at 9.5 million hours. Great film. Shrek 2 is at number 5.
2 Shreks.
2 Shreks in the charts. And Shrek 2 is higher by almost double the amount of viewing hours. 13.04 million viewing hours. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is at number 4. That isn't new, but that is great.
I think it's gone away and come back.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was on I watched it on Netflix a long time ago. So great film that is. Some would argue the best Spider-Man film.
Some would.
Some would be wrong.
And do you know what?
I would argue it.
I think it's just... I don't think you can say to someone who's passionate about that being the best Spider-Man film...
You're wrong. No, I don't think you can either.
It's a perfectly valid argument. Might not be what I think, but I think it's a perfectly valid argument.
I will tell you now as well, I think it's one of the best animated films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
If not the best animated film I've ever seen.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Really beautiful. Number 3 is Ahmadiyya Homecoming.
This is one of Tyler Perry's movies, isn't it?
That was it.
He's kind of a big deal in the States.
Is he?
He's
I'll take your word
never really broke through over here.
Well, he's had 26.4 million viewing hours in his film this week.
There you go.
Second week on the release. Number 2 is Against the Ice.
Yep.
What's that?
No idea. New one on me.
New one on me too.
People stuck in
ice.
The cold.
Okay, 30.7 million viewing hours this week. Must be a new film. And currently number 1 is a film called The Weekend Away, which has had 44.45 million viewing hours this week. What's this? I feel like we should know more about what that is. Cause
that's quite a lot of numbers.
It's a lot of million viewing hours.
But equally, could well be a movie that burns hot, but not for very long.
Yeah. Do you want the synopsis of it?
Yes, please.
It says, a weekend getaway to Croatia that goes awry when a woman is accused of killing her best friend. As she attempts to clear her name and uncover the truth, her efforts uncover a painful secret.
We've all been there.
I've been to Croatia.
Have you?
I've never killed my best friend when I'm there. Leighton Meister, Christina Wolf, and Ziad Bakri are the 3 main actors. Thingied in it?
Credited? Yeah.
Credited, that's the word I was looking for.
Doing some acting.
Should have a quick look at Against the Ice as well, see who's in that.
Sure.
Why not?
Freddie Flintoff by the looks of the picture.
That picture is Nicolas Costa-Valdo, who is of this
Yes,
parish.
that wasn't the guy I was looking at.
The other guy is called Joe Cole, and he's not the ex-footballer. Do you want the synopsis for that?
Yes, please.
Set in 1909, 2 explorers fight to survive after they're left behind while on a Denmark expedition in an ice-covered Greenland. What? While on a Denmark expedition in ice-covered Greenland. So I presume they're from Denmark, and the synopsis is written really badly.
Sounds like it's been translated back.
Yeah, I think it has. It is English language though, so maybe we should check those out over the weekend. No, because the Adam Project's out, and I'm definitely going to watch that this weekend.
Oh, it's named after you.
It's named after me. I can't not watch it, can I?
Yeah.
I just hope Ryan Reynolds isn't playing Ryan Reynolds.
Watch it in Welsh?
Maybe. Maybe I'll put the Welsh subtitles on. Do you think Ryan Reynolds will be playing Ryan Reynolds again, like he always seems to do now?
I mean, the odds are.
Yeah, chances are. TV shows? Shall we do TV shows quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
Currently at number 10 is Ozark Season 4 Part 1.
Nice.
The 7th week in the chart, 9.1 million hours viewed. Sweet Magnolias Season 2 is at number 9. The Cuphead Show Season 1 is at number 8.
I know I said this the other week. I'll reiterate, that's incredible that it's hanging around when the episodes are only 15 minutes long.
Yeah, so to get 1 hour view, you have to watch 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So if Netflix had any sort of correct algorithms going for them, that would be right at the top of the chart.
Yeah, surely.
Maybe they should start doing it in, I don't know, how would you just got to do it in the amount of times an episode's been watched.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing it in
pressed
hours
play.
viewed. Yeah.
Yeah, but as we've said before, the only reason this hours viewed metric came in was so that they could promote Red Notice as
100%.
the biggest film they've ever done.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 7 is Genius, the Kanye trilogy, which is the Kanye West documentary.
Yes.
Number 6 is One of Us is Lying, Season 1. That was at number 1 for a while. Love is Blind, Season 2 is at number 5. Ever watched Love is Blind?
No.
I've seen a bit of it on Gogglebox this week. It looks horrendous. Number 4 is Worst Roommate Ever, Season 1, which is what I was just talking about recently. About 10 minutes ago.
Recently, to be fair.
Pieces of Her, Season 1 is at number 3. I don't know
Sounds
what that
messy.
is. Oh, it looks a bit messy.
Oh, it's Tony Collette, isn't it?
No, it's got to be horror.
And
horror-based.
no. It's I I'm sure she's in like witness protection or something. And she's a secret badass,
Oh, okay.
and she has to go and protect her daughter.
Okay, sounds good. 53.6 million hours viewed this week. Come out this week as well, so that is this week. Inventing Anna is hanging around. That's at number 2 for the 4th week in a row. 77.59 million hours. And the aforementioned Vikings Valhalla Season 1 is still holding its form at number 1 with 113.3 million hours viewed this week. Madness.
Good numbers.
Good numbers.
For the Vikings.
The Vikings are all about numbers. There always have been.
Cool.
So that's it. Should we briefly mention what we're going to talk about on Thursday?
Come back here to this very feed on Thursday because we are staying in Europe.
Yeah.
We are going to Spain.
Yeah, another Spanish film. They always do well on this show. They tend to
but
do well
also
on this
space.
Spain,
because
Spain's.
Spain's. Because we are boarding Orbiter 9.
We are indeed.
For a Spanish sci-fi movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Come back here Thursday because
It'll be an interesting episode, I think. I feel like
I think so.
It wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting thing to talk about. And yeah, we should have fun. And Spanish films historically do well on this show.
They've done very well.
So it'll be interesting to see how this one
got
does.
big boots to fill.
It has, definitely, with Mirage and I don't know why I've started that. I can't remember what the other one was.
The legal murder thriller. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Don't expect me to pull a movie title out.
Come on, you can do it.
I can't do it.
It's
I will
The
not
Invisible
be able-
Guest.
Well done.
Thank you.
I cannot pull out a movie title. I've got like 6 seasons worth to.
Yeah, we're going to be like,
from.
what's that, 150 movies by the end of this season?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Amazing.
It's a lot of movies. Cool, yeah, so if you've not yet, go out and watch Orbiter 9, and we'll come back on Thursday to talk to you about it.
Cheers.
Bye.